Good morning. Welcome to this beautiful, crisp Sunday in January. My name is John Bell. I'll be your platform assistant today. Our Zoom hosts today is our trustee Jan Smoot, with assistance from Kathleen Healy. And our musicians and speakers today are Jan Garrett and J.D. Martin. Their message today for us is entitled All of the Light and All of the Shadow. So we welcome Jan and JD, and we look forward to their several music presentations today.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much. It's great to be with you guys this morning. Here in Colorado, it's snowing like crazy outside. So we send all this freshness to you. Here we're going to sing a song called One Heart.
There's a new world on the horizon, made of light, not of stone, calling out to all creation, you are not alone. Lions and lambs, saints and sinners, best of friends, enemies, woman and man, losers and winners, they're all in you and me. We are one heart, looking for answers. We are one soul, finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are all a part of one heart. Out in the cold, there are faces hidden by the wind and rain. Hold out your hand, someone will take it and bring you home again. We are one heart, looking for answers. We are one soul, finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are all a part of one heart around the world tonight. All the fires are burning, tears are falling from the sky. Still the world keeps turning. We are one heart, one soul, one dream we share together. We are all a part. We are one heart. We're looking for answers. We are one soul, finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are all a part of one heart. Ooh, we are one. Yes, we are all a part of one heart.
Next, if you will please prepare yourselves for a centering prayer. Today's prayer I chose is a brief poem that seems to be a nice collection of thoughts about winter and about the soul. This is called Lines for Winter by Mark Strand. Tell yourself, as it gets cold and gray falls from the air, that you will go on, walking, hearing the same tune, no matter where you find yourself, inside the dome of dark, or under the cracking white of the moon's gaze in a valley of snow. Tonight, as it gets cold, tell yourself what you know, which is nothing, but the tune your bones play as you keep going. And you will be able, for once, to lie down under the small fire of winter stars. And if it happens that you cannot go on or turn back, and you find yourself where you will be at the end, tell yourself in that final flowing of cold through your limbs that you love what you are. Amen.
Amen, amen. That was beautiful. That was perfect. Here we are in winter. We've gotten through the solstice, and now this morning we're gonna talk and sing about all of the light and all of the shadow. That's a tall order, guys. That's like everything. I'm going to start out by reading you this is a little quote from E.B. White. E.B. White was the wonderful writer who wrote Charlotte's Web, among many other things. He was on the New Yorker staff for many years, and here's one quote from E.B. White. He says, "I arise in the morning, torn between a desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy it. This makes it hard to plan the day." Gotta love that. All of the light, all of the shadow. And just for me, I mean, if you turn on the news, you can see that there's a lot going on in the world these days. And it's easy to get stuck, in a fear pattern or whatever that may be. Here's a quote from Wendell Berry. Taking all of the light and all the shadow into consideration, he says, "Be joyful, though you have considered all the facts. Practice resurrection." So this morning, we're going to be diving deeply into the dark, and we're going to be practicing resurrection at the same time. If you're like me, you might be a little, in this culture, I notice that it's often all about enlightenment, going toward the light. And there's not a lot of talk about the endarkenment, about diving deeply into that part. But if we didn't have the light and the dark, you couldn't have the whole deal. Sometimes people are a little spooked by the dark because it's like you can't see what's going on, and it's like, who might be lurking in the dark? But what we're saying this morning is that, there's a great essence that is part of who we really are in the dark. One way that I get through it is to go into the heart. That place of the heart is such a center. And as we were singing with our song that we opened up, One Heart, that helps me a lot. Going into the whole deal, all of the light and all of the shadow, we can start talking a little bit about wholeheartedness. So the whole heart is all of it. It's centered in the heart, but you can have a full heart, right? You can also have an empty heart. You can have a soft heart or a hard heart. There's a heavy heart, a light heart. You can have a faithful heart, or sometimes you have a broken heart. There's a wise heart. You can have an open heart. And sometimes, living where we live, you can have a wild heart. So I think it's helpful to, with that open, wise, wild heart always available, to know that we're not alone in this. No matter what it may look like, We are surrounded by and infused with so much love, so much heart, so much protection, so much what I like to call divine love intelligence. You know, that's who we really are. That's who's looking through these eyes. And so to know that, and at times, at least for myself, it's like, you know, don't forget to call for help. If you're in the dark and you don't know where you're going, maybe you want to call for some help. And that, there's all kinds of allies available in my experience. Of course, you know, just asking a neighbor for some help or something here on this level, but also in the invisible realms, you know? And that may, who knows what that might be like for you, but, you know, it might be Great Spirit. It might be Holy Mother. It might be Good Brother Jesus. It might be guides, angels. You know, you can just, whatever works for you. You can be creative and colorful. I mean, I have a friend who's a physicist he graduated from MIT. For him, it's kind of like maybe friendly quantum possibilities. Our grandchildren like good fairies. So it's like whatever might work, but to call on that. Some time ago, we wrote a song deciding to use sacred sounds from different traditions around the world. For example, Om, which a lot of you are familiar with, and that shows up in a lot of different traditions. And in the English language, Om is cleverly tucked inside the word home. So when you speak or sing of home, there's Om. And another sound is the sound of Whooo. Shows up a lot of places in different traditions. The sound of Whooo, which is the sound of the breath. It's the sound of the wind in the trees, Whooo. And it's also sort of the primordial question is like, who am I? Who are we anyway? Who's doing all of this? There's a Zen practice, or actually it's a Buddhist practice, and one of the questions that you might ask yourself is, who am I when there's no problem to solve? Who am I when there's no problem to solve? You maybe want to write that one down. Come back to that later. That's a deep one. And another one is, again, who is looking through these eyes? Who am I really? The poet Kabir, who is this lovely, I think a 12th or 13th century ecstatic poet. He wrote a beautiful poem to the beloved, basically, about the beloved, for the beloved. And he says, who do I spend my whole life loving? So to bring that into all of the light and all of the shadow, we're going to sing this song called Who. You're welcome to sing along. And who loves feeling free? Who's behind the breeze and the wind in the trees? Who's breathing me? Who rides with me on this journey? Who is my shelter in the storm? Who is my heart's true companion? Who is the fire that keeps me warm? And we're all together now. It's good to be home. And we're all together now. It's good to be home. Who is the first to feel forgiveness? Who loves loves the benefit of the doubt, who finds the finest milk of human kindness and passes the miracles around, who hears the music in the madness when no rhyme or reason can be found, who holds the harmony together, who is a song inside the sound, and we're all together now. It's good to be home, and we're all together now. It's good to be home. Who do I spend my whole life loving? Who is looking through these eyes? Who is my nearest and dearest? Who's my most familiar surprise? Who began my beginning? Who rides with me through the end? Who brings me laughter ever after? And who's my truest friend? And we're all together now. It's good to be home, and we're all together now. It's good to be home, good to be home, good to be home. Take a breath on that one. Who, man? Try that. Who is it? It's a love story. Come on, let's just say that. It is, for me, I think it's a love story. So all of the light, all of the shadow in that heart, that whole heart, where we live up here in the mountains of Colorado. Again, we're looking out the window. It's like we're going to get it's like at least 5, 6, 7 inches so far of snow, man. And sometimes in this beautiful mountain paradise where we live, we have droughts. And in the past, we've sometimes had really bad fires. And so going into the natural world, there's this sense that sooner or later, everything is going to work out, all of the light and all of the shadow. And what we know is that when the fires rage, it's good to dream of rain.
I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and the green was easy, and the rivers ran clear. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and peace I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and the sound was easy and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. And the ancient pain is forgotten, and the Father's debts are clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. And the flowers bloom in the desert, and the air is fresh and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came.
And the rains came. You know, there's that contrast. There's all of the light and all of the shadow. And I mean, honestly, when I sing this song, it's like, I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose. And I remember where that moon rose. And the starry skies at night, that's dark. That's how it has to be dark before the stars come out, right? As songwriters, we get to write about the whole deal. I'm going to let JD take over now and tell you a story about this next song.
I had an incredible career for a while, writing songs for major publishers and artists. And as part of that, I got to meet other songwriters. And one day, my publisher in Los Angeles introduced me to Paul Williams. And some of you will know Paul because of songs that he wrote, like Old-Fashioned Love Song, all kinds of songs. And what is the
Evergreen.
one? Evergreen.
Barbra Streisand.
Evergreen, yes. Right? And what about the one for the Muppets? What was that?
Oh.
Anyway, lots of great songs. And he's also an incredible actor. You might see him occasionally on shows. And his heart is incredibly big. He's a small man. His heart is big. So anyway, Paul and I got together on this day, and we tried different ideas for a couple hours. And, you know, we looked at each other, and then Paul said, you know, well, it may not be today. And, you know, then we looked at each other and went, now that's a great idea, and we can write a song about that. So that's the title of this song, It May Not Be Today. I've been lost, I've been broken, beaten by the road, searching for a willing heart, arms to share my load. I am a true believer, yes, I will find my way. Hold me, faith, it may not be today. Oh, my enemies are nameless, just voices in my head, memories that track me down, find me in my bed. I could just embrace them, they might fade away. Hold me, faith, may not be today. In my dreams, I'm a warrior for the light. In my dreams, the way is always clear, but here tonight, question everything tonight. Now I stumble over choices in the wreckage of my past. Life has brought me to my knees. I've learned to pray at last. Still a true believer, yes, I will find my way. Hold me, faith, may not be today. Oh, hold me, faith, may not be today. May not be today. Faith.
Give up,
Thank you.
it says. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. May not be today. How you guys doing out there? Can't really see you, but
I see some
we can
thumbs.
feel
Thumbs.
you guys. And again, thank you so much for inviting us to be here today. This is really a treat for us, even though we're so, I don't know how many miles apart, here in Colorado. But yeah, it's lovely to be with you. Lovely to get to sing for you. How you doing? Like all of the light, all the shadow, wholehearted, right? Who are we really? Asking for help, and here we are. So I will just mention, first of all, let me just say a quick thing. Jan mentioned to us before we started this morning, this is kind of unusual for you guys to have people who sing and do the message at the same time. So, and also you're probably not used to listening to tracks. So what I want you to know is that when the band comes in, that's us. We wrote all these songs. We sang them. We arranged them. We hired the cool people to come and play. And so that when you hear those tracks, that's really us, and not just some cheesy thing we got off the internet. Okay, just so you know. Starting to lighten up a little bit, even in the darkness, even in the depths of that. JD and I have done a lot of work with wilderness rites of passage. Sometimes people call this the vision quest. There are traditions all over the world that do some form of a vision quest. When things get wacky in themselves, in their own lives, in their family, in their communities, in the world, and they realize they can't fix it. And so they come together, hopefully with other people, but sometimes they go by themselves out into the wilderness. The vision quest that we've done, we get together, they're like, 12 days usually in advance with like-minded souls, and do a lot of ceremony and preparation, and then you're sent out into the wilderness with no food, and it's like you do have water, and I think now they let you do electrolytes.
Oh, okay.
I think. But you don't even have a tent, and you're out there for 3 or 4 days, and you just throw yourself upon the mercy of Grandmother Earth. It's just like, I need some help. Please give me a vision. And then you come back, and there's a circle, and everybody shares, and there's elders that mirror. And ultimately, it's not about even your own little vision, but it's like, how can I bring this back into the world? And maybe it will make a difference. Maybe it can help. What do you think about that, babe?
It's important work. I know it's made a huge difference in my life, for sure.
Yeah. So, sometimes you can get a little squeamish before you go out into the darkness. And I wrote a song when we were at a Vision Quest, and this song, the title of the song is, "Can I Take My Flashlight into the Dark Night of My Soul?" So you guys, you could snap along, whatever. Can I take my flashlight into the dark night of my soul? It'd be so much easier than freezing my ass off out here in the cold. Oh, sure, it's nice to find my soul's true purpose, but do I have to dive beneath the surface into circumstances beyond my control? Can I sign a waiver so the unsavory details disappear? I can sign ahead instead of descending into the hole. Isn't there a shortcut so I can sort of get there without really having to go? Can I take my flashlight into the dark night of my soul? I got some more. Can I take my attorney on my journey into the underworld? It's a situation where litigation could get rough. Never mind the rhymes and reasons. I could meet with some personal demons, and they get squeamish when they know the jig is up. How about a MasterCard for disastrous parts of the darkness? 'Cause what if I flounder in my encounter with the unknown? Well, I don't mean to hedge my bets, but what if this is as good as it gets? And if going for broke means letting go of the gold? Can I take my flashlight? A girl might need some cash, right? Can I take my flashlight into the dark night of my soul? Batteries not included. Thank you. That is just such a silly thing to do on a Sunday morning. But somehow, okay, guys. Woohoo. All right. All of the light, all the shadow. I'm going to read some stuff. This is, practicing endarkenment. We have a dear friend, Rosemary Watola Trauma. She's a poet, and she sends out a poet every day. It's just amazing. Here, let me just see. Here's what Rosemary says about endarkenment. Endarkenment is all the ways the dark nourishes us, opening us to creativity, passion, intimacy, revelation, dreaming, receptivity, self-discovery, and connection. Some growth and beauty is possible only in the dark, right? Like when you plant a seed, you got to plant it down into the earth, man. You can't just do it on the surface. The light will kill it. You have to find that deep, nourishing place. I feel like that's the same for me, for sure, and probably for all of us. I mean, it's like we need that rest. We need that rejuvenation. I love going out in the dark night and hiking just as much as I do, really, when it's a bright, beautiful day. Ever tried to sleep with the lights on, Do you have anything to say about that?
No. Just reminds me of a neighbor we had in Los Angeles who had that really spotlight coming through our bedroom window. It was horrible.
It was a terrible thing. And do we need to go into those,
No,
guys?
we don't.
We're not
No,
going
we
to. On another time, the next time we come back, we're going to talk about Lihu and Sima, our Israeli neighbors, and how that all worked out. But it did. Actually, I'll tell you really quickly, because it was just so awful. And on Halloween, because I thought Halloween would be the only night of the year, pretty much, when anybody would actually open their door to strangers. So we went around our neighborhood, because we didn't know our neighborhoods. We had just moved there. And we had these little packages of candy and little treats. And we knocked on the doors of our neighbors and said, "Happy Halloween, here's treats for you guys." And we had like our business cards and stuff, and it's like, here's who we are. We live over there. If you guys ever need some help, here's our phone number. So, it made a difference with those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, just that little, and then a couple days later, what happened?
Well, after she gave him the M&Ms or whatever that was,
Right.
A couple days later, Sima came to our door with this beautiful pastry, something traditional from Israel. Yeah, and it changed everything in the relationship that we had, which was pretty adversarial before that. So good for you.
So there
It was
you go.
her idea. It was
So
a
there
great
you go.
idea. Yeah.
I'm going to read another. This is a beautiful quote from Wendell Berry about the dark. I love this one. He says, "To go in the dark with a light is to know the light. To know the dark, go dark. Go without sight. And know that the dark, too, blooms and sings and is traveled by dark feet and dark wings." Isn't that beautiful? Check it out. That's available, Wendell Berry, To Know the Dark. And here's another one I just recently found, and I don't know how to pronounce this, Isra al-Tibeth. And the quote is, "Be the light in your world, and if you are to love, love like the moon loves. It doesn't steal the night. It only unveils the beauty of the dark." Isn't that cool? I'm going to read that again. "Be the light in your world, and if you are to love, love like the moon loves. It doesn't steal the night. It only unveils the beauty of the dark." We've got a song for you. I will just say really briefly. This is a brief story, okay? We were in Virginia. We went to sing at a little grade school. This is where JD comes from in Virginia. These little Mennonite kids, and they came. They were all excited. They came and they were sitting on the floor, and we were going to sing. And we were going to sing this next song, which is called "We Are Not Afraid of the Dark." And so we asked the kids, "Any of you guys sometimes are you a little bit afraid of the dark?" And they were like, they're very polite, these little kids. And finally, one little kid raised, kind of, and then a few other little kids raised their hands. And I said, "Look, what is this like? So you're in the dark. What's it like when somebody that you really love and know and trust comes up behind you and gives you a great big hug? How does that feel?" And they were all like, "Yeah." So that's why we write this song, knowing who's got our back. I wake up in a world where night is falling, but I'm not afraid of the dark. I walk not alone through the valley of the shadow, for love is alive in my heart. Love is alive in my heart. Love is alive. Love is alive. Love is alive in my heart. Love is alive. Love is alive. Love is alive in my heart. We meet in the middle and out beyond the edges, under a canopy of stars. We live in the love that holds us together, and we are not afraid of the dark. We are not afraid of the dark. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of the dark. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of the dark. I wake up in a world where night is falling, but I'm not afraid of the dark. I walk not alone through the valley of the shadow, for love is alive in my heart. Love is alive in my heart. Love is alive. Love is alive. Love is alive in my heart. Love is alive. Love is alive. Love is alive in my heart. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of the dark. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of the dark. We are not afraid of the dark. We are not afraid of the dark. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Here we go. Thanks again. It's been lovely to be with you. As the music kind of goes out, We're going to take this opportunity to just remember everything that's happened this morning. All the music, all the light, all the shadow, all the sound, all the silence. And we're going to now just come into this beautiful place of letting go, this place of silence, as we drop deeply into the heart, all the way to the feet. We are so grounded and grateful to be on this beautiful planet. Thank you, Grandmother Earth. Thank you, Grandfather Sky. Right here in the middle, we meet in the middle, out beyond the edges, under a canopy of stars. We live in the love that holds us together, and we are not afraid of the dark. So in this breath, as we begin to just pay attention to the incoming and outgoing of this breath, completely expanded, and a smile in every cell of our bodies, knowing that there's no place to get to, that literally we are already home. What a relief. So much love surrounding us, infusing us. This is who we really are. Who is it looking through these eyes? This divine love intelligence, already home. So we just ground this and let this be our own opportunity now and ongoingly for the embodiment of all this, all the light, all the shadow, remembering who we really are. I know there's a heart of harmony that we're all longing to tune into. It's the direct experience of remembering with great relief who we really are. The words suggest a path. The music takes us there. So it is, so be it. Amen. Amen. Words from Julian of Norwich. All shall be well. All shall be well. All shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. And all shall be well. All shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. I am walking beside the still waters, as fresh as the breeze at dawn. The voice of my ancestors whispering, giving me the strength to carry on. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. And all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. I am walking through the green pastures, and I know that I am not alone. The song of the meadowlark sings to my soul, tenderly calling me home. And all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. And all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. Surely goodness and mercy will follow, and love will be leading the way. Every shadow will shine in the fullness of time, and bloom in the hearts of the brave. And all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, and all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. Thank you.
And thank you, JD and Jan. Wow, that was breathtaking. The music and the messages and the interweaving of the two. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to be thinking about all of that for some time to come. Now, in preparation for our closing prayer, let me say first that it is snowing here in Arlington, Virginia. It just started snowing in the last several minutes, so it's kind of exciting. I'm very pleased. The inspiration for the closing prayer today came from my search recently about the coming Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year will be in February, and apparently this will be the year of the dragon, which has a lot of symbolism and meaning in the lunar calendar. So I happened to stumble across a poem about dragons. Now, you might find this a little irreverent, but in the spirit of chasing light and darkness today, this poem is interesting because the cadence is very light and bouncy, but the underlying message is rather dark. But I think you'll get a kick out of it because it's quite amusing. So let me, in reverence, close with the prayer, which is The Dragon Who Ate Our School by Nick Tosick. The day the dragon came to call, she ate the gate, the playground wall, and slate by slate, the roof and all, the staff room, gym, and entrance hall, and every classroom, big or small. She's undeniably great. She's absolutely cool. The dragon who ate, the dragon who ate, the dragon who ate our school. Pupils panicked, teachers ran. She flew at them with wide wingspan. She slew a few and then began to chew through the lollipop man, 2 parked cars and a transit van. She's undeniably great. She's absolutely cool. The dragon who ate, the dragon who ate, the dragon who ate our school. She bit off the head of the head. She said she was sad when he was dead. Well, he bled and he bled and he bled. And as she fed, her chin went red. And then she swallowed the bicycle shed. She's undeniably great. She's absolutely cool. The dragon who ate, the dragon who ate, the dragon who ate our school. It's thanks to her that we've been freed. We needn't write, we needn't read. Me and my mates are all agreed. We're very pleased with her indeed. So clear the way, let her proceed. She's undeniably great. She's absolutely cool. The dragon who ate, the dragon who ate, the dragon who ate our school. There was some stuff she couldn't eat, a monster forced to face defeat. She spat it out along the street. It was the dinner ladies' veg and meat, and that pink muck they serve as sweet. She's undeniably great. She's absolutely cool. The dragon who ate, the dragon who ate, the dragon who ate our school. Amen.
We are so blessed here at Unity Center DC for extraordinary speakers, talented musicians who share with us each week their God gift, their message, their inspiration. And for us as recipients, I'd like you to take this moment and be grateful. If you want to express your gratitude by giving a gift to Unity Center DC, it's possible. We'll put up on the screen the options, but you can give online, you can mail a cash or a check to the address you'll see on the screen, so that we can continue this ministry, which has blessed us all. Thank you.